here we go. Hello everybody, Dren608 here. This is another in the installment of the solo playthrough using the Board Game Arena module. One, showcase a specific strategy line and possible counters to it. I have been very successful in my counters to it so far, although I am running out of time, game-wise. The strategy is called, I call it CUCU. It stands for Cripple UK Collapse USSR. Essentially, the Axis concentrate on kicking the British out from the Middle East because there's two factories down there. It cuts down their production point total, and it also gives you some strategic warfare bonuses. You actually want to try to get all the way to Basra and Kuwait because that gives you an extra bonus against the Soviets as well, besides the West. I did manage to do that. I probably misplayed the Axis defenses somehow, because I was able to, with the West, get back into the Egypt area, and I'm recapturing my factories there and stuff. Although it is April of 1944, so and the game ends in July of 1945, so I'm under extreme time pressure here. I have like 15 turns to conquer Germany, and I don't have a lot of my units in the right places because I held out in Gibraltar for a very long time. So I have a British army holding out in Tangier. I have the American task force is pushing its way across French North Africa. The other British armies, the B.E.F, is working on reclaimed its what do you want to call it, the two factories here. I've reclaimed those, but I have the B.E.F here. The West 8th Army is faced off against the 2nd Panzer. I have an airplane down here, a couple of my convoys, and a fleet to try and mess with the Italian supply chain. But as you'll see here, I made a mistake with this advance here. I should not have advanced there. I don't think. No. Because this is an all-water hexide, this Turk can actually move to Jerusalem. So, that's annoying in and of itself. You still will be out of supply, but it takes away a factory for a turn, which is all that the Turks can do at this point. Anyway, no more wars. I mean, we're kind of done with that concept. The West may want to declare war, like in 44, on Vichy in order to invade or something, but otherwise they're pretty much done with wars too. And same thing with the Soviets. Nobody's over by their side, where they'll want to do that. So the Germans have 40 production points. The weather, again, is severe in the east. It's also severe in the mild zone, so there's no invasion possibility like in Norway and stuff. It is fair in the Med, so the Brits can do whatever they want, but they don't have a lot on ports. That's why I should have left the B.E.F on Haifa, because I could have moved him by port to do something. But I didn't, so the only one that's on port is Haifa, or is Tangiers, and if I move him away, then the Germans will just run across and capture Tangiers and maybe run down and cut me off at Casablanca and so on. So we each share the straits here, but can't move through the straits, but we can move to the straits and then back out. So at some point we have to give up this North African adventure and just leave the Italians be, I think, because I don't really have the time with this German armored unit sitting here. I don't have the turns to try and break through all this. I don't think. Anyway, the Germans with 40... Where are their fleets? Yeah, I've got I've got some fleets here and some convoys. So I think we'll go ahead and give one to the Italians. The Turks are in a world of hurt. Got a guy to build, somebody to strategically move back to Turkey because they have to try and hold against the Soviets. How's my fins looking? These are not in the best of shape here. But I also don't have the Swedes, so... yeah. I do think I've been might be moving all these Yugoslavs, so I'm going to give one to the Yugoslavs. And I'm going to give one to the Turks. Romania only has one. Let's see, 1, 2 Romanians. Hopefully I don't have to move more than one Romanian this turn. I am going to give one to the Turks because I've got some movement I've got to try to do, I think. Okay. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, we'll just say that's enough. Now, the Germans are at 1 loss factory against the Soviets have 1 loss factory. They're +4, I'm +3, but the Western Allies are going to be the place where I recover any lost factory. So I'm going to say not commit here since I only have 1 submarine to commit. See what happens. And we didn't lose a factory there. And now the Allies did get a bomb marker in. They're +3 and I'm +5. They don't have anything to play. So again, I will trust to luck. The average says that nothing's going to happen between us. But, you know, extreme results happen. And here's a case, an extreme result, 5 to a 1. So I actually chipped him a factory, the West factory. But the German kept at total production, so they'll be at 40 again next turn. Which is, you know, a scary number for the Western ally, for the Allies. Because they're not even done. I have 40. Yeah. Because I have 1 lost factory, so I have 14 plus 6. And I'm going to just get more. I'll be at 8 by the end of 44 and 9 in April of 45. So, if they don't do something about me this upcoming summer, come like, I think it's August, I'll get another one and I'll go up to 42. So they're going to have to start doing some serious bombing campaign stuff here. And the whole point of this defense is to prevent that. That's why these aircraft are here. This aircraft is usually here to take out one of the bombers. That's the whole point of it. At some point, like getting closer to the summer of 1944, the Germans will pull out this aircraft and it will go back to defend France and or northern Italy. I will have to start thinking about allocating some possible German units to defense of that, and Norway is basically indefensible. If the Western Allies want it, they can pretty much take it. I can't really do much about it. Same thing with Finland. If the Soviets really want it, they can take it. I can't really do much about it. The difference is it takes people time to do that. And time is on the Axis side, not the Allied side. Okay, strategic move for the Axis. What are we doing? I thought about strategically moving this guy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can go here, which lets me bring this armored unit behind the lines. I don't have a lot of reserves up here on the eastern front. I go here, and then I pull. These guys are going to have to pull back. I really want to put somebody in Kharkov to make him attack it here in Sever. Right now, he's got a chance to pulling like a 3-hex attack here and pushing me up against the coast and then trapping me there. I don't want to be there because starting in May, fair weather could be coming. So I want to try to shore up my defensive line here in the south. Not sure I have any strategic moves. We're speaking of. This is where not having that extra panzer, the one that's down in North Africa, this is where that hurts. Because with the British breaking out, the only thing that it's good for is that it is tying up a fair amount of British resources, which means the invasion will be less of an oomph. I really don't. I don't see anything I can pull away just yet. I do have a garrison I'm going to be able to build. I lost over here, so I'll put him back going over to the east to kind of give me a minor reserve. Yeah, I think I am stuck here. Oh dear. Yep, I'm not gonna. I don't think I have one with the Germans. With the West. Okay, you might think this is a real waste, but there's a reason why I have to do this. This guy can only move one space, so he's going to go to there. And the reason why he goes there is because this guy, I did not have him isolated. Okay, I had him isolated for supply, but not for movement. Because of, what is that, the Dead Sea there? I'm not sure. I think that's the Dead Sea. Next to Jerusalem. He could have gone 1, 2, 3 if I hadn't moved this guy. Then gone 4 onto the rail. 5, 6, 7. And be sitting adjacent to the Suez Canal, which means I can't use this convoy down here for supply. Now, admittedly, this guy is going to be out of supply when he moves into Jerusalem. But then this guy will be able to move back and take him out. Basically, he's delaying me a turn with this Turk. Because I was not paying attention with the Brits. And the fact that there's a German armored over here means I can't just like run this guy over here to take care of it. He's can run in and recapture all these ports, which I spent a lot of time getting back these factories. I want to try and keep them as long as possible. So Basra's going to have to wait. Oh, that's what I was going to do with the German. I was going to rail this Turk out. I knew there was something I was supposed to do. Okay, the Soviets do not really have a rail move at this point. So they're done. Ta-da. German action subphase. Well, first thing I'm going to do, this guy. Hello? He's got to get on the road towards home. I need to see all that stuff down there. This guy is going to go sit in Basra. Try and hold on to it for as long as possible. And then this guy is going to take this to force him to come and attack me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could run all the way up to Mersin, but then he would never get. It would take him a while to get Jerusalem back. If he takes the time to take Damascus, then he's not going to get as far. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could get to Aleppo. Again, he doesn't get Jerusalem back in that scenario. And since the Germans move first next turn, I will be out of supply on this side, so I have to move a fleet over to this side to get myself in supply. There's a whole lot of logistics there that don't make a lot of sense. Fortunately, whichever side of this line he was on, it was going to be fair anyway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can probably get through capturing Damascus if I can take him out in one shot. So, advance on Turkey is delayed. So the German mistake of not SRing. I should have SM'd this guy like to here in front of Aleppo for delay tactics, and then I will build my other guy like in Mersin or something so that I have some kind of defense. Okay. That's all that stuff. The Germans have a ton of points, but not a lot that they can really do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so I really hate to. I hate to stick a Yugoslav in there, but I think I need to do that. So Yugoslavs 6 willpower will probably be down to 5 here. But we do need to try and do something about this conundrum. So I'm thinking I'm going to take this infantry, and I'm going to put him there. I'm going to take this infantry. Oh, that's a thought. No, because if he gets... If he pushes this guy, which would be a 3-hex attack. No, German army is more important to me than... Well, I could. Yeah, it risks the German army, but so what? So all I'm doing here is I'm kind of just sort of shifting the line a little bit. Because it's severe weather, I can get away with this. If it wasn't for severe weather, I wouldn't be able to do the shenanigans I just did. I could try to push him back at +4 to +2, and we're both halved. It worked last time. Then it got me the. I don't know how I lost my dude. At 31, I know I've got like 24 points worth of things to mess with, like airplanes and stuff. Speaking of which, I should probably get this airplane closer to the front. And has the time come to run this airplane away? Well, let's see if I can actually hit this RAF with one hit. Nope. I think we'll wait a turn. We just want to make sure that the oh, now I get the now I get the extreme result. Needed that on the first die roll. Again, you know, this is American production points, so unless I bring like 3 or 4 German aircraft down here, there's no way I am forcing him into low supply situations. At this point, I don't really think I want to. We do have fair weather down here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So I'm thinking or trying to think here. Very soon he might do a fleet shuttle to put somebody. If he gets like Tunis, then he can put a fleet there that would mess up my supply in Tripoli. Ah, boy, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So I have to be literally right in front of Tunis for my aircraft to matter. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get his aircraft there. So we're in trouble. Yeah, my aircraft only helps out to here. I mean, he could go all the way to Gabe's at that point. Alright, so we're just trying to keep him from getting 3 possible attacks on us. So we're just going to move up back a couple spaces. See how it goes. Alright, now we've got to keep the... I think I'm going to run this guy up to 6, so this guy can come down to 1 so I can stay in supply for a longer period of time. Now, the stinking Panzer can't actually use the Tobruk fort. The question arises is, do I want to get this German armored unit? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I could run all the way back to this Benghazi port and then try to run, run him up to Italy and just sort of give up on North Africa. I'm running out of the ability to do that very soon, I think. But I really would like to have that armored unit back. Dang it. What am I supposed to do here? Got nobody. Oh. Is this not working? Why is it not? Oh dear. I don't think everybody's getting this. Stream status poor. Why is it poor? What is going on? Now it's back up to excellent. Alright, I have no idea if this is actually going to go through. I will double check the stream when I'm done. Anyway, my conundrum here is it is April of 44. I can try to prolong this in North Africa, but it means I have one less German armored unit to use in the summer of 44. If I move him back to Benghazi now, and then free up a port up here next turn, and then just try and move out, even if he intercepts me, I end up back in Italy. Okay. So that would put me in Italy in May, and then by June, I would be rebuilt and could strategically move to wherever the breakthrough is coming. Or I can stay here and try and keep all this British assets and American assets tied up. It's a real pistol of a question. I guess I'll stay. So he's going to blow up the Turks. What's the British got for production points? 34? So they're not hurting for production points. But if I abandon North Africa, then they can hold this off with garrisons and bring their troops back. Yeah, I think the German has to stay from a strategic standpoint. I keep getting terrible results on my stream. It keeps going from excellent to poor. So I don't know if you guys are getting this or not. It's very, very unhappy with me right now. And I don't know why. So I think I'm going to stop this. Gotta go over here. Okay, something's wrong with my transmission stuff. So I'm actually going to close this down, end this, and I'm going to restart the turn. I'm going to reload it, and I may have to do this at a different time because this just does not seem to want to work this way. Okay, so I'm going to end this stream. This is Gen 608. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. If you really like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. This one will not be up there long enough probably for anybody to even look at. And then we will try and see if we can redo this stream maybe a little bit later today. Okay? Sorry about this. I don't know why my stream status is so terrible. Anyway, we're going to do one more thing here. This airplane always hits bomber command. And we're done, I guess. Is there anything else I need to move over here? There's not a lot of German points to spend. I suppose I could centralize this airplane more for emergency purposes. If I feel like I have to use him for an emergency counterattack, maybe. So we're going to move him up a little bit. And yeah, that's it. We're going to pass. Actually, the Axis is not going to declare war. Where's he? Oh dear. That's a problem. That's a problem. I don't know if I can undo this. Yes, I can. Okay. So there was a reason why I had to move it. Yugoslav. Actually, probably not that Yugoslav. We're going to have to put this Yugoslav in here. It's a temporary measure because I didn't realize that I had cut off my supply line here. So now I had somebody else that was out of supply too, and I don't know who that was. So let's take a look at our supply situation again. We had one guy that was, who's the 14th? Aha, 14th here is out of supply. Okay, so we undo this. This is one of the things you can use this for. Again, I don't know if you guys are getting this or not. I'm just going to go through the turn just in case. I'm out of supply here. And I don't have anybody to fill my hole, which is a problem. Okay, so we're going to do it. Oh, he can't reach. Oh, yes, maybe he can. Undo this. We take him, put him there. Him, he goes there. And we gotta take this guy and go here. Okay. Kind of sort of a line, not the best line in the world. But because it's severe, it shouldn't shatter. It'll probably just get pushed. Which is okay. If it gets pushed, it gets pushed. Kind of happy with where I'm at because I should be able to redress my line next turn. I'll have another garrison to come help me with the line. And then we'll start our slow withdrawal through the summer back towards Poland and Romania. Okay. Now I don't think I have anybody that's can't be supplied. Did I check off both those things? I don't remember if I did. I know I'm not going to eliminate, and I'm definitely not going to declare war. I have enough enemies as it is. Alright, so we do all this. Check our convoys. +0, +5. What? Alright, that Turk we know can't be supplied, so take care of that. Oh, because it doesn't want to risk any runs. We'll go to low supply with him. And then we need to try to supply some of these guys. We're going to try to escort. And it is fair weather, so yes, we will try to stop it. Banged on the fleet. And he did a good job stopping me there. So I will try once again. Boy, this is tedious. Yeah, go ahead. And he missed, so we make it. Okay, cost me a lot, but at least I got him through. How is it at +4? No. There's one. There's two. Oh, this guy goes down there. And we're just, if he really wants to spend a sortie to stop the Italian fleet, he can do so. I think I'd rather have my med fleet at only -1, so it'd be +1 next turn, because it's going to probably be fair. So I want to have a better interdiction of that sea zone, so we'll just stop. Yeah, we aren't going to intercept him no more. Let him go. Okay. Oh. The way I've been doing this in bad weather is to try and preserve. Yeah. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll supply that. We're going to the west. I'm back up to excellent, so I'm sorry if this stream is going to come through a little choppy. I keep dropping down to bad, like poor, whatever. In the west, let's go do the obvious one. So I have to move here, attack, throw a tanks, throw an airplane, confirm the attack, commit, CUCU. I have to take that, so I get my thing back. Now I only get back to Beirut or to Damascus. I want to be back at Beirut and then move one over like this. That keeps him from being able to like strategically move adjacent to Damascus or to this square. So he can still get to that square if he wants. Actually, I think I want to go here because 1, 2, so I can still stay in supply down the road. What that does, that takes away this Aleppo space for him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this space right adjacent to Aleppo. What is that? 46, 50, 49? Is it 48, 52? I think it is. Right here, where my mouse is hovering around. That's a really good defensive hex because then you can retreat back into mountains and back into mountains and then behind an Alps, and it can make it very hard to make any inroads into Turkey. So I'll prevent him from getting that one. And that's 2 of my 34. I've still got 32. And I have, oh, he's going to magically turn into the second army this turn too. Okay, well, at some point I have to get around to trying to take out this German armored, because otherwise I can't really do a lot. What do we have to build? Just American stuff. So I guess I've got too many garrisons sitting over in England. I'm going to have to bring one of them over here to replace the B.E.F so that I can do things. Okay. Yeah, we'll move up there. We're going to attack the German armored. Not very good attacks. You know, +5 to +4. There isn't a lot I can do about that. Just hope to get some die rolls. Nope. And I'm not going to attack him at disadvantage, so I'll just stop there. Okay, and then the Americans will go after the Italians. You get fair weather, you got to make all the attacks you can make. I'll go after that. He'll throw his tanks. +4 to +2. No effect. And then be +3 to +0. All I got was a retreat. It's gonna go back 1 space. I will go here. And then I'm done. Yes, we are rapidly running out of. Alright, is Glasgow free? Glasgow's free. So we take the first French army. Maybe we put the French army. Let's see, from there I can invade Sea Zone 7. Or do I need to be down here in Plymouth? I need to be in Plymouth. So, okay, French army. Naval transport. We're not going to escort at this point. We're going to move to here. And we're going to move back to here. Because there's another army and an air force that I got to bring in. Oh boy. So, I guess these two are going to have to be sitting here so I can bring both those units in May. He can march, 2, 3. He can march down to Plymouth next turn. I'm not going to have any British dudes. Am I? I'm not going to have any British guys involved in this invasion of France, it looks like. Which is not good, because I don't think the American Air Force can handle it all by themselves. Are you the... You're the 12th Air Force. We can move you down to... Keep scrolling the wrong part of the screen. Bomber. Yeah, I guess I can move down to Southampton. Yeah, I'm not gonna be very fast here. It's gonna be a very, very ugly invasion set of things. Yeah, this is not gonna be pretty. I am really stuck here. Way short on fleet assets. Make a proper show of it. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move this convoy with home fleet we're going to move to London. It's severe weather, so I'm not likely to do any real damage to him, so I'll just let him go. Then I'm going to move this guy from Edinburgh down to London. So he's in position. This guy will move next turn to get to Plymouth. Then we'll have to put a fleet in Cork. So that'll give me 3 Americans to invade with, plus this Canadian if I can. I'll have to pull the Americans back. Or bring a garrison down here. The problem is I don't have the assets to pick up one of these garrisons and move it like to the Middle East or down to North Africa. At this point, it seems like French North Africa I should just give up. It's not serving my purposes. Because I can't invade anywhere useful from here. You know, if I was going to take out Italy, then yeah, that would make sense. But this has taken too long. This with the poor weather and stuff, the advances into French North Africa have been taking way too long. And I think it's going to keep me weakened enough that I'm not going to be able to pull off this win with the Allies. I'm going to need a whole lot of help from the Soviets. Okay. I really don't see much else I can do other than maybe get this. I guess I'll put this guy in Belfast just in case I figure out a way to get a convoy free to do something. Ah, I do have a convoy free. Thought I was a little light on British convoys there. So he's going to go here and land here. And then he's going to take... Oh, I can't do that. Undo that. I'm going to just move there. Now I need to get this convoy into that space. Okay. So that convoy can bring whoever this is, the 9th Army. Oh, no, not the 9th Army. He'll bring the 7th. I can have the other one bring the aircraft. So I can end up with fleets and things. Still should have 3. Possibly 4. Problem is it's all American, not British. And I really need to share the load of aircraft. So maybe take the 7th, drop it in Casablanca. So when I move away, it could go into Tangier. Okay. Hope this is gonna work. So what I'm trying to do is figure out a way to get at least this British unit into France so that I can use fighter command some. Because that's my only real hope here. Now I'm in severe weather, so I want these bombers to go a bombing. They're going to get intercepted no matter what. I'm going to go here. Confirm. Oh, now my game interface is unstable, so I'll have it reload itself. Bombing run here. Sometimes I don't think it's worth it to even do this anymore. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and use the jets here. So I stopped that bombing run. Let's see, now I'd be +2, -2, I'd be a 0 and halved. I need a 5 or a 6 to stop him. I didn't stop him, so I'm just going to say no more. I guess I'm just going to let him get that bombed in. Because I want to get these guys down to 0. And same thing here. We'll let him get his 2 bombed markers in, so he'll be +4 to my +5. I still have submarines that I can use. The idea here is then I should be able to have 2 zeros and a 1 strength sortie inside metropolitan Germany. So that's there to stop bombers, and then when he invades, that's going to give me 3 really strong aircraft to use to try and counterattack him. So that's the plan. Did I not have a second? Oh, there it is. I say I have a second army unit here somewhere. So the idea is to possibly, kick him off the continent as fast as possible to foil the invasion. Because if you can do that, then you can take all those airplanes and send them to the east and stop the Russian invasion. That's the whole trick. I think with the west I'm done. I've got a lot of things to bring up to full. Might need to move this guy out of Southampton, I'm not sure. All right. So, yeah, we're going to say we're done. West is not going to declare. Well, they might decide to declare war on Vichy, so they better keep that in their pocket. Supply all this way. Oh, it's fair weather down here, so he might actually try to do an interception. So let's do... why does it do that? Dang it. I really wish he would get this fixed. This is very annoying. Have to do this by hand every game. Just will not recognize that that's a port in his automatic supply calculations. Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and take him up to 6. Because that'll put this guy at 0. Then I'll move him to Haifa or something so that it'll start automatically distributing. Those two will be fine. This guy. You know something? He might just go after me here. Now this is the aircraft. Don't think I want to go all in on the aircraft. Do I? Because he has the other guys that he can use. So now we'll let this go. This one we let go. This is the ground unit. He still has multiple sorties there. He has all the sorties in Tangier. I guess the question is do I want to try and pound on the one that's in Tangier to get the American ones out of supply and leave the British in supply? Because either way, he's going to be able to get things in supply, I think. Him having 2 fleets here, because he has 2 fleets that he can escort with. Yeah, all I need to do is make sure that he's using his things. All right, American. Yeah, that U.S. convoy has all its sorties. So even if I were to pound through it, he'd still have a couple sorties down here and probably a couple left there, and he'd still get everything supplied. So the only thing I'm doing by not saying no more interceptions is just making sure that the Americans use up their sorties so that when they go for an invasion or something, they'll be at -2, so there won't be super fleets, they'll just be everyday fleets. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this exercise. Like I said, if you're playing with the vassal module, you can just verbally tell each other what you're doing there, and you just ring up the sorties on the units. Same thing on the board game. Here, it's like the game says, nope, I have to see you actually physically do this. And then he physically has to say, no, I'm not going to do anything about that. And then you get to finish your move. Very annoying. Now, this is me self-supplying my fleets. I could try to just pound these fleets up to 6 sorties each by totally wrecking my fleet and aircraft. I think it's worth it to go after this one that way. So we're going to send the Italian fleet out there. I'm not going to use submarines, but we're at 0 to -2, so maybe we'll get... Nah. So I cost him a sortie, but no. We're done with that. Makes him a little bit more vulnerable next time. I'm going to do the same thing here. So I think we're both going to be at -1. Go ahead and use that. So we're both at -1. See if I can get him. And I rolled terribly. He rolled a 6. I rolled a 3. So yeah. And I don't see any reason to... Well, I could... Yeah, I'm a 0 to a -2. Let's try it. I only got 1. So I creeped him up a little bit. I'm going to keep the surface action for other nonsense, like Soviet invasions and stuff. Okay. All right. And then supply out. We're done with that. And now we're to the Soviets. And I apologize if the earlier part of the stream was a mess. It was telling me things were not going well. All right, well, it is severe, so the only thing I have is really this. So it's 1, 2, 3. Is Kharkov that important? The only thing I can play is heavy artillery. So right now I'm a +2 to his +2. We're just trying to get a retreat so I can get the factory, so we're going to go ahead and use the heavy artillery here. Go for it, and we roll terribly. You roll a 2, you're not going to take anything. Okay. Do I have a 3-hex attack? Let's see, we've got a 3-hex attack here. Oops, sorry. Yes, I know. You silly machine. So we're going to go here. Here. He will go here. And he's the primary, so that we end up at +1 for an elite, +2, 3. So it's +3 to +2, and we're halved. Hey, I got a better die roll than he did. So yeah, I'll go ahead and stick the armored unit up forward. Oh, I could possibly push across here, so let's try this. Like I said, the Soviet method of attack here is anywhere that there's a 3-hex attack, you take it. And the reason why I'm taking this one is because he's a 0 and he's a +2, so this one I have a better chance of actually winning, even though I'm going across the river. Because I'm +2 to his 0. Whereas on the other one, I would have been +3 to +2. And it didn't matter anyway, because I was going to roll a 1. So it didn't matter which hex I attacked. I was not going to win that. So I've got 2 more here. I can go here. Or I can go here. Which way do you want to go? Try to push north, or I could try to put center. I think I want to try and push center. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. +2 to +2 are both halved. We just need extreme die rolls, which we're probably not going to get. And we'll do the same thing down here. 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 And it's +2 to +2 need extreme die rolls. And we don't get it. Alright, and the Soviets are down to 17 points, but they really don't have anything else to spend their points on. What the heck? We'll just go ahead and do this attack. I'm -1, he's -2. Again, extreme die rolls are needed. Oh. Same thing up here. It's -1 to -2. Need extreme die rolls. Oh, okay. So no extreme die rolls. Looks like I could try here again too. Go this way. And need extreme die rolls. And didn't get them. Okay. And then one more thing to do here. I just move him up to there. I'd be -2. No, it's not worth it. And I move him to here. Those are much better defendable hexes for me, because they're behind mountain things and he can't really surround me or anything like that. So basically close that line up so we don't have to deal with it while the British deal with the Turks. Okay, I think we're done. I really don't have anything else to do with it. Well, I do have another 3-hex attack, don't I? So let's try and move. Because, I mean, I don't have anything to build. I don't have anything to replenish. So I might as well use up my points just trying to make futile attempts at pushing him. +3 to +2, need pretty much extreme die rolls. And didn't get them. I'm getting extreme die rolls, but not in my favor. I'm rolling 1s and he's rolling 6s. Yeah, I think I've run out of anything that's even remotely possible at this point. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done. I don't see the Soviets declaring war on anybody. Alright, the Axis has 11 points with the Italians. And a really decimated fleet. Oh, and decimated convoys. They have to do their convoys. And then they have to try and do this fleet here. Because reasons. The Germans have no reason to not replenish everything. Because they don't have anything to build. Well, I take that back. They've got a garrison. The Turks should still have a point left if I did that right. Yes. So Turks will be able to build their unit. I can't do anything more with the Italians, so yeah, we're kind of stuck. We're done. The West. Okay, let's do the easy part. All the green ones. Got all the green ones. 29, huh? Well, bomber command. Fighters. Oh, I can't quite get them both. I come up a couple points short. Oh well. Upgrades! Where is he? Where is he? B.E.F. now becomes a Roboy. Second Army. Do I really have some place to put this? I'm getting ready to go into fair weather. I'm wondering if I should put it down now in May, or do I wait and put it down in June once I know what the weather is. It's only a 1/3 chance for fair in May. I'm going to save it until I know where I'm going to need it. Mobilization. All right, Turks. They got to build this basically in Mersin. And the Germans need to build the Vasta over here in Königsberg because it's got to go back and help the East. The US is just, hey, I got stuff to build. I just put it over here, and that's what we do. I just put stuff. Okay. And now we are into May. And we got poor weather in the warm zone and poor weather in the cold zone. So probably no invasions there. We do have fair down in the warm zone, so the French North Africa campaign may actually get a little decisive here, depending on what I decide to do with the Axis. All right. I'm not sure how good quality this stream is. This stream may not stay up very long. But there you have it. It is unconditional surrender. Matter of fact, I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to say we're going to stop at the Germans trying to figure out who gets what points. Again, the Germans are at 40. The British will be like at 34 or something. I mean, production point totals are now getting to the point where we can pretty much run everything we need to run and still have a point or two left. Strategic warfare has been very kind to the Axis. So keep that in mind. If you can manage to do that, you'll end up with enough points to be able to actually fight a two-front war, at least for a little while. I'm Dren608. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. If you really like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. And hit the notify button. You'll be notified whenever I schedule another stream or when I upload another video. I will be starting to try and do a slightly different genre of game. I'm going to go to computer role-playing games. I did try to do the Bard's Tale, Volume 1. Not many people were really interested in that one, so I'm going to try a little newer game. So besides my strategy games here, my strategy war game type things, I will be trying to publish up another computer role-playing game that I saw another YouTube producer start on, and it really intrigued me. So I went off and I've played, I don't know, a couple 100 hours worth of it, made lots and lots of mistakes, tried tinkering with all sorts of builds, and I have a new thing I'm going to try, and I'm going to try and post up videos for that. So you can look for that as a change of pace from this. Hopefully in the not too distant future, I will be able to get my schedule straightened out and settled. So then I will be able to not only bring you this USE stream and videos on a regular basis, but hopefully some other conflict simulation games. I would like to get a Vietnam, the GMT reprint of Vietnam 1965 to 1975, originally a Victory Games game. I would like to get that one up where with an opponent on Vassal where we can, we'll do turns and then we'll post a video with analysis after, kind of like I do with my my other unconditional surrender videos. I'd like to get the U.S. Civil War, 1961 to 1965, again with an opponent where we're doing Vassal logs and then we post up a video with commentary. Like to get back to some of my Starship Troopers, and then I saw someone out there had a request for 1776, which is a game I haven't played in years, but I really thought it was intriguing at the time when I did play it, 20 years ago or whatever it was. So there's a bunch of games out there on the horizon that I would like to try and start getting some more videos out here for all of you so you can all have a better understanding of how these games work. A lot of people go, war games, what? They're very good mental exercises, to be perfectly honest. They help keep me sharp mentally. So a lot of times they make me very, very angry when I make a silly mistake, but they do keep you sharp. They make you think not just of like quote rules, but I mean there's math involved of odds and pluses and minuses and all that kind of stuff. So I think they're very useful from that standpoint. They can help keep you learn how to keep focus and how to keep your math skills up, things like that. Okay, enough of me blabbering. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.